before I launch into a huge monologue. Okay, my voice is getting picked up. Someone say something. Friends, start talking. Yeah, all right.
Hello.
It works. Yeah.
We're ready. We in here.
All right, it's working.
Hello.
Yay!
Cheers.
Yes, hello. It's Tuesday, innit?
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
It's Tuesday!
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
y'all
a
were
fucking
echoing that,
Tuesday,
you know.
mate.
Motherfucking Tuesday.
Welcome back to Magi RPG and Ignite Recall, friends. We have a wonderful show for you tonight where we will have love, probably some goodbyes, and then almost definitely a heist. Probably in that order. But we'll see, you know?
Wait, what was that middle part?
Did you say goodbyes?
Goodbyes, plural.
Nothing.
Probably.
No.
Oh, no. At least they're not bad buys.
My Discord name's a little too real.
No.
I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday night, and we're gonna get this party started. If you are new here, welcome. You can catch up, youtube.com/MagiRPG. If you would like to say hi to us, join our community, see the wonderful things we do at this awesome and magical channel, spacey channel, discord.gg/MagiRPG is the best place to know what's going on with us. You can talk to us about Enshrouded, Dune Awakening, Marvel Rivals, and all the other obsessions. I swear it was awesome. Yesterday we had 6 people all in a Discord channel streaming their games, playing different games at the same time. That was actually pretty awesome. It was one of the more surreal moments of gaming with friends. Thank you, Coldrake, for the sub. Yeah, it's cool. But if you would like to join us and talk about all of those things along with all of the games that we play, you can do that there. And if you would like to help support us, you can do that by leaving us a tip that will also influence the game. Ignite tips is the command in chat, and you can also see below Mandy's face all the different rewards just kind of scrolling by. Thank you all for the support. It goes towards our production costs, mainly in the form of artwork that we get for these shows. As well as things like subscriptions and admin costs and all of that stuff where we have to pay people. Momobee is the artist for this game, so if you would like to feed Momo, help out.
Feed her cheese.
Yes.
She's down in the mines for you.
Please.
And then maybe she won't murder you if you do that.
Maybe.
Happy
No
birthday,
promises.
Jason. And then I believe, is it this week or next week that we're back with Warhammer?
Next. It's not this Friday,
not
but
this
the next.
Next
I
Friday, we are back with Ashes of the Lost. We've got some people traveling, so we had to step away for a little bit, but they will be back. Yes, it is next Friday, June 27th, and they'll all be back. And
For the
Tracy
Golden
will have
Throne.
to reconcile with the fact that her character fell in love with an orc. You know, it's just
Whoa, love for anyone but
something
the Emperor.
that you know,
Spoilers.
I love that for her.
she's gonna have to
Yeah.
grapple with. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, you should watch that show. That's on our YouTube also, and it's really good. So yeah, it's a good time. You all ready to get happy, sad, have some downtime before you get ready to stick it to the hegemony one more time?
One more time.
Oh,
wait,
Oh my god, can we
That's
go to
actually-
a concert?
That's actually in my official character playlist. It's such a vibe.
Oh, it's such
It
a good
is.
one.
And also those playlists from our Discord, so you should go check it out.
Yes.
See you in a second. Whoop. Nope. That just went to me. God, let's try that again. Whoa. Wait, I just heard a dono.
Wait, what?
Hey,
The
thank
Momobee
you.
tipped $5
It's-
to herself.
It's me.
Thank you for the dono.
It's me, so I can get a Craig Indigo monologue after what's going on.
Oh.
Yes.
Do that?
You know
That's
what?
big brain.
Making out of game wishes come true.
Yes, that was my wish last session, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
Wow. All right. Let's you know what? Going right there.
Oh, yeah.
Literally
Hang
just
on.
putting $5 into her own pocket for the next RGS.
And that's investing in myself.
You know what? Because you did that, that's why I got you, dog. Always invest in yourselves, guys.
Indigo, what are you thinking in this moment, having saved your friends from this chop shop, as it were?
I've thought of logically and statistically of the heinous and downright despicable things that the hegemony can do to others, myself included. But in running all those simulations in my mind, it still does not hit as hard as when you're holding your loved one that you care so much about in your arm. And you know that you have to be that change that you wish the universe was strong enough to do on its own. And you know that, unfortunately, by doing that, you may cause the same harm that's happening to you. Was that 30 seconds?
It's close enough if it wasn't.
That was beyond it. Yeah, it's definitely.
Okay,
Well done.
Got my money's worth. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well done, Craig.
I got you.
The aftermath is quick, as the building was coming down and you knew you had to be quick. But with Victor's
who I
help and his Misa's help, you are able to evacuate all of the together Urbots from Conclave 1 and quickly get them back to the shuttle. As for getting through the wreckage of this place to get the ones that either weren't moving, had been disassembled, or the cores, that is going to be something we do during downtime. But you were able to save the majority of the people there and quickly get out before the factory building collapsed on itself, thanks to some quick work by all of you. What would Ignite Recall be without a building collapsing?
Season 2. I don't think a building collapsed in season 2.
That's a lie.
I mean, there was
Is
a
it? I
building
was
that
gonna say, I'm
literally
pretty sure it
collapsed
did.
into the
I'm pretty
sun.
sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
Not to mention.
Yeah, we did.
You did the slide down the building? Was that season 2?
Mhm.
Yes.
That was
That was like the
season one.
beginning of it.
There was
I think it was the
definitely
beginning
that
of
in
season 2 or
season
end of
one
season
also.
1.
That was
Okay,
season
Yeah.
1.
My bad.
But
Oh,
season
no,
2,
there
we
was,
crashed the space station.
Yes.
Yeah, but then also there was many buildings blowing up when
Casually
the-
crashing
in
a
the-
space
We
station.
blew a
No
person up.
biggie.
in the
We did do
blow
that.
a person up.
yeah, like with
We
a
might have
space laser.
exploded. We exploded most of a building, but the
There were a
whole
lot of
thing didn't
explosions.
fall.
So
Let's just say we have a history.
you have
Yeah.
history.
There we go.
You've recovered and head back to the Fire Drake, where you're all getting some R&R. Victor taking Blue for some TLC and those her time after the wedding. I'm sure Indigo spending some time with Speeder after their horrifying ordeal. Barzuk looking after some of the others his 8-foot tall stature and the very warm embrace that he has, and is instantly just making sure everyone is all right. I would just love to know from anyone who wants to start, what are you doing in the immediate aftermath of what happened?
I have a thing.
Go ahead, Pink.
I'm actually looking for Ace Misa.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Because we're still close to the planet, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for Ace Misa, like first thing.
Ooh, I know what you're gonna do.
Unless there's
Yeah, Ismisa is around. Would Ismisa be with Red, you think, Red?
I think so. I think we'd be chilling back in the room, and I'd be like, all right, we're about to watch a movie. And then if Pink walked up, she'd be like, I'll go help Pink.
yeah.
So you
she'll walk
all
up
have
to
the projector on in Red's
Yeah.
quarters, and Pink knocks on the door. Pokes her head in.
Hey, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
you're not
really-
interrupting. Yeah.
Really, both of you, talking to both of you is fine, but if you're busy, I can just steal. Could I just steal Ismisa for just a minute? Is that all right?
Sure, of course. Yeah, no, she's all yours. I'll be here just watching little Bring It On, Cheer or Die. You ever heard of that one?
Oh, that sounds like that's the one with the cheerleaders and the spirit fingers, right? Like that's the
It is. It's
movie?
a sequel.
Yeah.
That is a slasher. Actually, it's great.
Oh my god, I would really like to watch that sometime
You know,
for sure.
Red and his
but-
slasher flicks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're sometimes they're they're just kind of ridiculous, compared to real life.
Well, that's the
horror
point.
and
It's
gore.
fantastical. You get to lose yourself in the moment.
Yeah, that makes it less bad, I think, to me. Anyway,
Yeah. But yeah, go. Y'all
just
have
for a second. Only need a
ladies'
few
night
minutes,
or whatever.
if you don't mind. And I'm looking at Ismisa, please.
Of course. We can go to your place.
Sure. Which is really just the lab at this point. So I'm walking with her down the hallway and I say, listen, I feel like you're maybe not more equipped, but more comfortable with the ask that I have. And if you need to think about it, it's fine. But since we're close to the planet where I think it is, I would like to talk to you about artifacts.
Happy to tell you what I know.
Well, my understanding is on Indri, there is something called the Indri Wave. Have you ever heard of it?
That's a great question. Yeah, where's my dice? My child's stolen my dice.
My child.
A child.
A child.
Alright, fortune rolling. I've heard of it, but I certainly don't know any details.
Well, it's a powerful artifact, and you like those, right?
I like certain powerful artifacts, but sure, I like them well enough.
Well, my goal is mostly just to have some to keep them out of the hands of the Hegemon and the Church of Stellar Flame. So that's really my goal here. Also, research. But I will tell you what it does, if that is what it will take to ask if you could see if you feel it, if it is on the planet. That's what I want.
Yes, if you could give a physical description, that would help as well, but I'm sure the powers that it has would help too.
So here's the thing. I don't know what... I have a list, but I don't know what these artifacts look like. I only know vaguely what they apparently, allegedly do.
She leans over, like, looking to see if what you're looking at. Can I see the list?
I'll show it to her.
She'll kind of nod. She kind of, like, gives you a side eye, looks back at the list. Are you planning on using these?
Not unless absolutely necessary.
What constitutes as absolutely necessary?
Everything else has been tried. Or we can find them and put them somewhere where they'll never be found. Ultimately, I don't want the hegemony to have these.
I suppose there's no harm in me telling you if I can sense it. We may have to have a longer discussion with Red about Shisai. The premise of doing as little harm as possible.
I agree with doing as little harm as possible. And ideally, this is to reduce harm. Because if others get it, do you see my logic? If we have it, we know it can't be used against innocent people.
Give me a minute. And
Sure.
she closes her eyes, sits down on the floor for a moment, and focuses. Yes, it's probably here.
So you sense it?
I do.
Okay. Well, if that's evidence enough, then at least I know it's here.
Couldn't really
Thank
give
you.
you a specific direction, but if a planet is as good as you need to get it narrowed down, I hope that's helpful.
I'm not going to keep this from the crew, so it's not a secret.
Good. We
I'm
all
going to
have
tell them
enough
about
secrets.
it. Now that I know that it actually exists and isn't a myth. That was me confirming.
I see.
You can tell Red about it. I'm not going to tell you to keep a secret. I didn't want to get their hopes up about maybe finding these things and then it not being real.
You know, if you're thinking about ensuring that no one finds these things, could be that the best thing to do is not go looking for them.
It could be.
Or
I don't particularly want them, but now that I know they exist.
they certainly have been used to do harm before, if your notes are correct.
That's what it seems. I'm more interested in the one on Sanhandra, actually.
Yeah. Seems to not be a coincidence. An artifact that drains water on a desert planet.
Your former Night Speakers? Are they former? Are you still with the Night Speakers? I don't know how well that works, I'm sorry.
It's a hard question to answer, and one that I'm
Fair
having
enough.
to reckon with a lot recently.
Fair enough. Are they the ones who move these things around?
Some of them, not these three.
Okay. Well, thank you for confirming. Now I need to decide if I'm going to do anything at all about it.
Not an easy
I
question to
appreciate-
answer, and one that I'm familiar with.
I was hoping they were myths.
Unfortunately, the more you're alive in this universe, the more you realize that there are dangerous things beyond our understanding lurking around every corner.
Yeah.
Red keeps trying to convince me that some things are better left alone. If you asked me a year ago, I would have been the first one to go into whatever caves to try to excavate where this thing is from. Now, not so sure.
She nods. Well, it's certainly not something I'm going to try to do by myself, so everyone's gonna have to learn about it eventually.
I wish you
So.
luck.
Thank you. Thanks for the time. I know you were in the middle of something. Anyway.
Oh, I'm sure I could miss the first death. If you
Hey,
need anything, let me
Are
know.
you
Hmm.
are you all right with all of this?
Prism, the Fire Drake, the Rebellion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part's all right. I have other matters that require my attention that I've been ignoring for too long.
She nods.
The things
Well.
we do for love, huh?
Yeah. Why do you think I'm looking for these crazy artifacts?
Hey, Pink.
Yeah.
Do you think real forgiveness is actually possible?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Good.
She'll pat Misa on the shoulder.
Yeah, she'll nod and walk back to Red. All right, let's go.
Hey, welcome back. I missed you. What did y'all talk about?
Destructive powers of terrible impact and importance.
One of my favorite subjects. Well, hope y'all didn't get too carried away.
No, but maybe you should set Pacific Rim up next.
You read my mind. I really do love you.
I love you too. She'll kind of look at you. Yeah. Alright, just those two, and then we gotta come up with a plan for the Urbots.
Yeah. Perfect. Let's just enjoy the moment. And he'll kind of lift his arm up for her to snuggle into.
She'll lean back kind of there. It's a little bit awkward, but she is comfortable.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
She's still getting used to it after a few years of isolation.
Been there. Been there. I've been there. I know that feel.
And head across the ship to Blue.
What about me?
We know what you and Victor were up to, at least for some of the time.
Yeah.
Afterwards,
maybe.
what are you two up to?
Oh, that's right. I guess we got married. That's crazy.
You did get married.
Probably just having a little sit.
You know, it doesn't really feel any different to be married. I thought it would.
I'm glad it doesn't. I would have been a little disappointed if I had felt some kind of big difference. Ceremony was a little bit of a big to-do, but I like it.
Well, typically it's much larger back home, but, you know, I think we put our own twist on it, and that makes it better.
He kind of like looks at his hand and grabs your hand where the wave is. Says,
How does that feel?
not so bad now.
Hmm.
Did you save
Well-
the day?
Obviously. She kind of huffs. I'm not some action hero in one of Red's movies.
Actually, I think that's exactly who you are.
Doesn't feel like it sometimes. I think they do a lot more winning than we do.
What do you mean? When was the last time you didn't win?
Her genuinely trying to recall. Well, there was that time I was almost choked out and killed by his Misa, but or kidnapped by his Misa.
He's kind of nodding. Mhm. Yeah.
Huh.
You know, I would appreciate it if you could get your comms not cut the next time you're all in trouble.
Right. Well, next time I have control over that, I will make sure.
You make a guy wonder, that's all.
Oh? You think I didn't want to talk to you?
Well, you are known to drive fast in one direction or another
Yes, but you're usually good at keeping up.
most of the time.
I'd say so.
You're not
I
getting
wouldn't-
away from me again.
Well, yeah, we're kind of bound now.
What do I do with my ship? Do I need to sell it now?
No, we can have two.
But who's gonna drive mine?
You just dock it back home. What if we
Home
need it?
is a long way away, Eden.
Yeah, but you really like that ship. You shouldn't have to sell it.
I really do like that ship.
Just
I
keep it.
guess
Just keep it.
we could park it back
can have
at the
two.
base. Yeah.
We can have a few ships. What's a few ships?
Yeah, 2 ships, 3 criminal syndicates, all in a day's work for the power couple in the Procyon sector.
As long as it's not, horribly expensive. I don't know. I don't see the issue.
Well, I'm not
She
exactly
gives-
paying taxes on a stolen ship, now am I?
He said, I don't pay taxes, baby. She does give kind of a blank, confused little blank. Because this is her one area of not expertise. If you ask this woman any finances, that's none of her business. That's none of her damn business. That's his business. That's what he does.
Mm,
Okay?
mhm,
So
mhm.
she doesn't know what it costs to keep that many ships.
Well, you
Why
worry
not?
about keeping us in front of the hegemony gunships, and I'll worry about evading the tax ships.
Another confused blank.
It's okay.
You're
honey.
evading. You're not paying taxes.
On a stolen ship while I'm part of a
oh, right,
terrorist
right.
organization. No.
Right.
I'm not paying
R-
Taxes.
Right. Oh, but then there's no monetary keep up.
Aiden of the Fifth Sea. You remember that? No?
I do.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
no taxes.
no taxes. Right, but you have to start paying them after we fix things.
You mean after you destroy the Church of Stellar Flame, depose the hegemons, bring peace to the galaxy?
Well, well, I don't know. It seems kind of hypocritical for us to,
Not pay taxes.
Yes. Well, right now it's kind of like an act of rebellion because, fuck them.
Right.
But then when we actually have a good government,
Let me add it to the vows. I promise to pay my taxes on time once we have toppled the imperial powers of the galaxy.
Victor said, "That's never gonna happen." You probably also. I don't imagine she knows much about the extent of his work and how illegal it is. It's like explaining stonks.
The complicatedness of his criminal empire. Got it.
Yes. She just knows vaguely that he does illegal things and
He's
he
in
is
the
good at.
import-export business.
Yeah, he's in the shipping industry.
So what you're telling me is that Blue is a well-kept mob wife.
Yes.
Okay. Got
Good
it.
fella
She doesn't
just
know what that
ripped
man
him out.
does.
Okay.
She doesn't know what that is. She doesn't know what's going on. She just plays her little action hero game and money appears.
I was thinking, I was talking to Green and he wants to settle down in Nightfall sometime. Race is coming up. Plus you've got your friend doing concert tour. Maybe we should stop by after we've figured out what to do with the conclave.
Ooh. Are we going to set him up?
Set who up?
Green. Green. In a good way, not in a bad way.
Oh, you mean like set him up with a life?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. Don't tell Pink, but he's been shopping for flats in Nightfall.
Well, I know she has expensive taste.
Well, good thing you've made quite a few creds with this little rebellion of yours.
Yes, and hopefully we can use that to make sure everyone here gets a nice, peaceful life after all of this, or
I'm
whatever
so
life they
glad
want.
You're the good guys.
Yeah. We're not going to use it for bad things. I just want everyone to have a nice life after this. And helping Green and Pink do that.
She does a little shrug.
We'll take care of people. We're not rebels without a cause. The cause is good.
And it's the people.
She gives him a little poke on the nose.
Yes. All right, you. People helper.
Are we going to tell them, or is this a secret?
We can tell them.
Ooh, okay.
I'll let...
Wait. Should I tell Green first and then let him decide if he wants to tell Pink?
Probably.
I don't want to, ruin his surprise.
Yeah, I would
But-
really hate if Green ruined my surprises.
You have surprises?
Shh. Don't spoil it.
She does a very dramatic little hands up.
I'm going to go talk to Green.
I'll be right here.
Gotta go find that man.
Where's Green?
He is in the kitchen. In one hand, he's got a recipe book. In the other hand, he's very carefully just pouring coffee into a cake pan.
What you doing?
Just from under or over your shoulder.
As book here says, it's called tiramisu.
Ooh. Is that something Pink likes?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna try it out, see if she likes it. And to be fair, if everyone likes it, then boon for the crew. It just means that I hide most of the pan from the rest of y'all.
I see. I bet that would be served really nicely in a really cute cake platter, in a really nice apartment in Nightfall. Wouldn't it?
Who told
She's-
you this?
She's doing the most mischievous little smile, like a little cat mouth.
Just the slowest of turns.
I'm not going to reveal my source, but Pink doesn't know.
Victor.
Okay. All
It
right.
is.
Okay. Yes, he
Yeah.
did tell me that you planned to settle down there and you were looking for places. And if
The doors, there's no door to the kitchen. There's an archway.
she's
Anyone
not
can
here,
walk in.
she's on the other side of the ship. It's fine.
How do you know?
I checked.
Okay. I'll trust you
I'm-
on that.
I can keep a good secret, and Pink deserves for this to be taken with the utmost care. So, I'm willing and able
Right.
to help you pick things out that maybe your male sensibilities could not understand.
I'm sorry. What's that supposed to mean?
She does a little nod of like, do you know what kind of view she wants in the city? Do you know if she wants a corner on a building? How many bedrooms? Does she want open concept? These
And
are
he
all
pulls
important
out.
things.
He pulls out a notebook.
Ooh.
14th floor, because it's good luck. The total room number must be either a 5 or a 7. Again, also good luck. A corner's ideal. However, anything with a nice view of the waterfront and anything that doesn't face the corporate district. Have to see the sunset. Eastward facing.
Ooh, you are well researched.
Yeah, I also wanted to have like a walk-in closet. I don't mean like a little fucking
gonna
closet
need
you
a
can
big
step
one.
inside. I mean a big one, all right?
Yeah. All right, then you're already doing better than I thought.
Thank you.
And maybe have you priced any of these out yet?
Yeah, I have actually.
Good. Maybe you should add and she will write a little number in the notes. I think that's a good limit, don't you?
You know, I used to blow that in a weekend, right? I'm saving it. That's an improvement.
Exactly.
It's for a good cause.
Right. Well, if you want any help,
Yeah.
not that you can't do it yourself,
Yeah.
because I believe in you.
Go to Victor.
No, you can come to me.
Oh, okay.
It's my money now.
Well, yeah, it is. It's your money, but like, well, I don't. Yeah, no, it's your money. It's your money.
We're married.
Well, yeah, you are. You just.
I just
Yeah.
want to make sure that you're not stressing about this, and Pink gets something that she enjoys.
Why would I be stressing about this?
I would be.
Oh yeah, because
You-
she's fucking perfect, right?
Exactly. And it's going to be where you live, and who knows how long? It could be forever.
I would hope it's for fucking ever. You know. like,
Exactly. So it's got to be perfect. So no expense should be spared.
you're getting real worked up over this.
Well, she's my best friend. I care very much.
Are you sure you're not projecting?
Oh, I already have the place I want picked out. Don't worry about that. That was easy. Besides, Victor's more particular than I am.
Oh, is he?
Oh, very.
I mean, I suppose he kind of has to afford to be particular.
Yeah. He learned from a young age that he had expensive taste. Or so he says. And Pink does too, so I figure if it's something he'd like, it's something she'd like.
Yeah, but for her, it's cute.
Yeah. Anyway, just. I'm not trying to. I just want to help you because you're my friends, and I don't want it to go unnoticed that you both put your lives on the line every day for this.
Now you got me feeling all sentimental.
Well, it is sentimental. And this is you investing in your future. And hers. So I want to invest in that too. And she'll give you a little pat. Let me know when your cake is done. We'd love to try it.
Let you know when it passes inspection.
Oh, right. And she will let him continue his very methodical cake making.
Tiramisu ain't no joke.
It's really not.
It's tough to make.
It
It
really
hard.
is.
Full concentration.
We go across the ship finally to Indigo, who is taking care of a very exhausted and spent speeder, who is just kind of lying there, not saying a whole lot, and staring off into space.
I think Indigo himself is trying to give them their space, but at the same time keeping busy. And mind you, it's been a few months, right?
It's been a few months since you saw them in person. Yes, we're just.
No, I mean like our time skip.
Yeah,
It's literally
that's
been
what
a
I
few
mean.
months for us,
Yeah,
but like also
6-week
the room.
time skip, and then you hadn't even seen them for a while because the last time you saw them was in season 1, I believe.
Right. Correct.
So,
So Indigo's room is covered in plant life of all different sorts from all throughout the galaxy. And if you pay close attention, you see Leon kind of like doing his best Tarzan impressions as he's swinging from the little vines in the room. Indigo has this small little space where he does his vlogs as well as all of his engineering stuff. Most of that he does down by the engine room. But yeah, I think he would have a space set up for Speeder with some of their favorite plants and just keeping space with them, but not really saying anything.
it's a while of comfortable silence. Eventually, probably, it's been hours of this with you just kind of working. Eventually, Speeder sits themselves up, kind of blinks, and then looks over. Did we get everyone out?
Everyone that we could.
Blinks, nods.
Few cores without bodies, as well as some spare parts. I
Well,
don't know what in the world they were doing in there, but
they just came for the transport shuttle. We get the impression it was because they wanted to hurt you all.
yes, well, vengeance is best served when I feel like it. And right now, I don't feel like it. I feel like talking with you.
Can we get the other bodiless cores soon? I know the
Of course.
building collapsed, but they're still there, probably.
It's second on my list.
They nod. They stand up and kind of start walking around the room, their hands kind of lazily drooped behind their back. You really are a good listener.
Through the hundreds of years I've been sailing, we'll call it, through the galaxy, I've learned that a lot of people have a lot to say. Sometimes an ear is the easiest way to not only get your point across, but also share.
How many planets are these all from?
Oof. How many planets is on our map?
Let's
Tens.
take this
Tens of
opportunity
planets.
to look.
Show the map.
Yeah, a lot.
We
lot
love
of
to look at the
planets.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have visited Mem, Sanhandra, Baftoma, Warren, Aleph, SB-176, Emerith, Indri, Akedi, and Nightfall.
And Amarath, right?
Yeah, if I didn't say that, yes, Amarath.
Yes. He'll point to some vines that Leon's like hanging off of as they're having this conversation. Those right there from they're called Amarath's ladder because they kind of branch out like a ladder, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
That's the planet that we like to call home for right now.
Yeah, I had it in the coordinates before they came. Sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Just can't get the attack out of my head. That's all.
It's upsetting that the dangerous game we play is just trying to live. But myself, as well as the rest of the crew, as well as yourself, are in the position to make sure that we don't have to play the game by their rules much longer. And I have a few things set up to make sure that the game's going to change completely.
What do you mean?
And at that point, Tara,
Yes, Indigo.
I know you like to listen in on all our wonderful conversations. Could you shut down your listening capabilities for a moment?
Is this one of those wink wink requests, or do you really want me to stop listening?
I would really like you to stop listening.
Understood, First Officer.
And then if you're looking at things from Tara's POV, you hear Indigo mouthing his future plans that he has set up.
Okay. They will nod and listen. Luna Wanaki, that might be the craziest thing I think I've ever heard you say.
And I've said some crazy shit, right?
And which part of that plan do you think is not about to cause sector-wide collapse?
Oh, it's not that I don't believe it will cause sector-wide collapse. That's part of the plan. But in collapse, there needs to be a rebuilding. And obviously, the hegemony, if anything, they're holding this thing all together by a thread. And the rebuilding can come from the communities and planets on their own. And then they get to choose whether they want to connect and communicate with one another, so to speak, in their way.
Can I connect to you really quick?
Without question, he puts his arm out.
They'll connect and you'll get uploaded the plans that we talked about last season. A warehouse that can manufacture Herbot bodies and has many already made. Can you just focus on the tangible job in front of us before you start going all crazy on me?
This is going to take a lot of resources. And I know just the woman I need to have a conversation about gaining a lot of resources.
You have a mysterious benefactor that I don't know about since the last time we saw each other?
I mean, if I called them mysterious, they'd be upset because they'd want to be known as more popular than that. So no, I don't.
I'll let you make a call.
Still connected to them, he will transfer over the schematics to the source.
Oh my. They look at you, raise eyebrow, kind of. They don't have eyebrows, but kind of a... Why are you sending me this?
The idea of a regenerating energy source is that it never runs out. So why wouldn't I share it with everyone?
Oh, I knew that's what this was about. I knew it. If technology is too dangerous to fall into the wrong hands, then give it to everyone's hands. Is that what we're talking about right now?
I mean, if we're going to be upset about the fact that the hegemony have a weapon that could eliminate everything, won't they be more fearful of everyone else if they think that they have that as well? And also, it's not a weapon. With this, how many bodies will we be able to create?
This solves a lot of problems, a lot of my problems, our problems really well. But I think you might have let things go a little too far.
So small projects.
Let me catch up to where you're operating and remember the plants, friends. Keep your feet grounded before you start trying to change the world too much. We just found each other again.
And I agree. Although the world isn't willing to change to make a space for you. And I can't have that.
Treading on dangerous ground. The Prime would be happy. I'm skeptical. Who would you like me to tell this plan to? No one?
Boy.
Everyone?
You are your own person. You can tell it to whomever you wish. It's not like I'm going to do the plan right now. I still have a lot on my plate. Half of it.
And if I
Probably
told
doesn't
it to
belong there.
Whirlpool, she'd be cool with... You know what?
Okay, last time I didn't tell Whirlpool about a plan, we all lost our memories. So probably shouldn't not keep a secret. But at the
if I
same
remember
time,
correctly, I think you said also that she was going to space someone, so
I'm
complicated.
glad that you. Yes, very complicated. Most of this is. Hence why I'm telling it to you, seeing as how we are both the most intelligent beings on this ship right now.
They give you very cool it. Literally, if you need to.
You see steam like slowly leaving his body.
Okay. I'm okay. Plan soon. For now. Focus on me and not your machines for a little bit.
You see there's a small lamp at the desk and he turns it off. Turns and focuses on Speeder.
Good night, Leon. You'll transition away. Does anyone have... Oh, I should mention, for this downtime, we're not going to do a job to recover the Urbot cores. Gonna handle it as a downtime activity. A 6-tick clock to recover all of them, which any of you can contribute individually or together to. And you can work on it as long as you're still in the system. So just want to make sure you're calculating that into all of your collective downtimes. But with that, who has downtime stuff they would like to work on? Green, go right ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I would want to spend one of my downtimes towards this collaborative efforts, if I could.
You absolutely could. There's many ways to... Is there another phrase than skin a cat? I hate that expression. There's many ways to...
Peel an orange?
There we go. There's many
Yes, that's
ways
much
to
better.
peel this particular orange. How would you like to do that? How would you like to help get them out from under a building's worth of rubble?
I would like to use my source version of kinetics to move the larger pieces.
So just physically move them. Okay.
Yep.
What role would you say that is, Green?
I feel the one that works the best is scrap, arguably. Although I could see the argument for helm.
Probably scrap makes more sense than helm in this instance. I'm going to say if you were choosing to use kinetics, then I will give you regular effect. Otherwise, I would say it would be a limited effect on just moving bricks. But yeah, go ahead.
Can I... I would like to push myself for greater effect if I could.
So that means you're going to take 4 stress?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying no. I'm just confirming. I'm just confirming. Yes, you can.
So, controlled great.
Yeah. The
Or-
position doesn't matter, but just the effect
Okay.
will be great. There is no
Okay.
danger.
That is a critical success.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
That's a good one. The 6s keep rolling in.
Well, everyone, about that, you don't have to do anything because Green just goes into turbocharge and using the source to power himself, literally removes all of the rubble, loads up all the Urbot cores onto the shuttle himself, and brings them all back to the fire drake. Because you finished
That's
the
my
clock
man.
in literally
Stand
one
by
go.
him.
Slay.
And then permission to use my other downtime to immediately indulge in my vice.
I believe you're talking about the kitchen galley one, yes?
Oh yeah, I'm making everyone a meal for a job well done.
Yes. I do not remember how that particular vice works, but I believe it just functions like any other vice roll. Am I remembering this correctly?
It does. It's only limited in that we require a galley in the
Which
ship.
you have. Okay. So yeah, go. And does it affect everyone else too? Let me see.
Oh, we forgot to put our insignia.
It's true. You did forget to put your insignia.
I would like to take
also
a
realized
flashback.
I forgot to
Green
do
was
your
just
heat,
there.
which I need to do.
Yeah. Actually, if I was just moving the rubble, could I leave our insignia where it used to be?
No, that doesn't
Oh,
count. I'm not gonna let
that's
you fix it in
fair.
post.
Damn it.
I'm looking. Oh, there it is. Home cooking vice. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I believe you can all take that vice.
Oh,
cool.
Interesting.
Yes, I think I'm pretty sure the idea behind that. Did I turn away from the mic? Could I believe
You
the
cut
idea
out.
of that one is that you all can take that as your vice. But let me double check. But first, Green. Yes, go ahead and do your vice roll for home cooking.
Excelente. And I get the +1d because we are at war, right?
It's been a while since we did vice rolls in this game.
I think we do.
We are
I
at
think
war, but we do not get the bonus to.
You get old hands for +1 to your vice rolls when you're at war with the hegemony, yes, but you did not spark of rebellion.
So,
Damn,
so you
that's-
can overindulge, I believe, is the rule with that.
yes, you
fine.
can overindulge. But you
4.
did not, because it's exactly 4 stress.
Hey.
Just checking. I believe it's Star Dancer. Yes, your whole crew gains home cooking as a vice. Right after a job, you may spend 1 cred and a downtime activity to cook for everyone, allowing the whole crew present to make a vice roll. If anyone overindulges, a fight erupts, and everyone gains 1 stress after the vice roll. So, everyone
Wait, we
can make
have to
a
roll?
everyone can make a vice roll if they would like at this time.
I don't want to make a vice roll.
Please, come on, make it.
How
I've
much
Make
stress
got
do you
2
have?
stress. I got 2.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Green took
But-
over that mission. I didn't do much.
Anyone
really
else
did.
can, if they want. You don't have to spend a downtime for that.
Do we still get
Uh,
+1 dice?
Yes.
Yes.
A 6. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
I was 1 away from a trauma, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that during the
brother!
last job. I was like,
Buddy,
if you don't
what?
get out of
using these way abilities is stressful.
that- yes, it takes a lot of stress.
He big
But they are
stress.
super strong. You just
Yeah.
can't use them but so much.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else want to roll for your home cooking?
Home cooking.
You just make a
Sure.
vice roll, yeah.
You can make a
Yeah.
vice roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need it? Let me
I'm just
For
gonna
free.
roll in Foundry. I only have 4 stress right now, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Oh, we win
'cause I
these.
might-
We win these.
Yeah. The odds are in our favor. We're
Wait,
fine.
I get a modifier, you said?
You get +1 die
Plus
from
1
old
die.
hands.
From old hands.
Oh, look at that.
Exactly 4.
Whew.
No
Told you we win
fighting
those.
galley.
Whew.
And as Pink is enjoying her dinner, Green's gonna put the first slice of tiramisu down.
Ooh.
Surprise!
Oh, is this? Did you make tiramisu?
I did.
Her face just lights up. This is one
Tara.
of my favorite desserts.
Oh, thank God! I guess right. This is my. I lost count on the attempts, but I'm sure Tara can tell me how many attempts this month have I made?
I believe this is attempt number 14.
Ugh, embarrassing.
You did all that? Oh. She gives you like a kiss on the cheek. Oh, that's so
Aw.
sweet. You know, these are really hard to make.
You
That's
don't
why I
say.
usually get it when I go out to eat.
I look
Yeah,
forward to
well-
one day sampling tiramisu.
Hey, that reminds me. You got any specifics for what you want to look like yet?
Oh. Truth be told, I am indecisive about this.
Okay.
I am partial to Speeder's appearance, but I also have thought about things a little bit more extravagant.
Well, you have plenty of time to decide.
Actually, that might just be a question for Speeder.
Yes, I believe we may soon have the capability where a decision will become necessary.
Oh. Pink
We-
looks at Green like, what the fuck does that mean?
Do you happen to know where Speeder is?
Speeder is resting with Indigo presently. I was told not to
Ah.
listen in,
It's probably a good idea.
and it was not one of those wink wink don't listen in type things.
Probably still a good idea.
Yes, I believe they are having a private conversation.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to get better about privacy.
Tara, you're doing phenomenal.
Thank you, Green.
At some point, I would like to have a conversation with Speeder, but that can wait while others have downtime.
Who else has downtimes?
I gotta
Indigo,
work on the ship.
and then Blue.
Oh, do
We'll
we
go
need
to you
to-
next.
Do we need to repair the ship?
The ship is not injured,
Okay.
so
Can I
you do
do
not
anything?
need to repair the
Bail and
ship.
wiring, extra downtime activity to repair. Okay, so it's just repairs. Cool. So we're good. Nice.
Yeah.
He would get started on schematics for what Speeder wants him to work on. So starting a project on that.
So Speeder is mostly concerned about you all helping raid and take over the warehouse capable of building Urbot bodies. It's not so much a schematic as it is a plan. But if you have a downtime you'd like to do related to that job, absolutely you can do.
Okay. If that's just a job, then I think he would, continuing into that job, start working on, I guess, a project to
There is
Like,
a
in-
research in progress if you wanted to help with that. If you want.
what's the project?
The artifacts, that's not done yet.
Okay. Can work on.
Wait, isn't that that was the thing that you were doing? I just haven't erased the clock. That's my bad.
Oh, is
Sounds
that
done.
completed?
That was your project, Mandy. That was the
Yeah, I
thought-
thought I helped you with that one.
that was trying to
thought the
discover
powerful-
which those cataclysmic or artifacts that you now have the lists and locations of.
Oh, I thought there was more left to it. I'm sorry, that's my bad.
No, yeah, you have all of the info now. I meant to delete that. I meant to delete that clock, but I must have forgotten.
I think then, because both Tara and Green have to keep reminding him, I think he finally settles down and starts working on, if he's been given any information by Tara, designs on building his second child.
Oh. Like using the source to build a second child?
No, just like a body for Tara.
Oh, okay. Yes. That is a good downtime.
And then I think that would, his assumption is that once the job is completed, then he would have the schematics or the requirements in order for Terra to be able to walk around the ship
Okay.
and wherever
I
they wanna
would
walk around.
say designing a body for Herbot from scratch, given your knowledge and expertise. That would be. What do you want to make it out of? Oh wait, there's a system for this. I keep forgetting. Hang on.
We have technology, Frank.
There's an actual rule set for this. Is it in the mechanic? I can't remember.
We can come back to that one if
Crafting,
people
282.
if you want.
I found it. Okay, what is the device and what does it do? It's a body for an Urbot core, minimum quality level, we'll say 3. What complexity after come that keeps the design from being widely used? It needs an Urbot core. What drawbacks does it have? None, really. Okay. Yeah, I think an 8-tick clock for this.
Got it.
Just crit. It's that easy.
Yeah. All right. And this is rig.
Yeah, you got this.
Yes. Or study, I would say. Either one.
Okay. It doesn't matter. Actually, I think it does because I have tinker. So I'm going to use rig. When you work on a clock with rig, or when you study a schematic, fill +1 segment. So would this technically be a schematic? Because
Well, you're designing it, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either way, +1.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do study. I'm going to save my stress. I don't have to finish all my projects in one day. I'm gonna take my time, like Speeder said. No rush.
Yeah, slow down a little bit.
A partial success.
Partial
5.
success. So that's 2 ticks on the clock.
All right, so 3 total.
Yes, 3
Sweet.
total. 1, 2, 3. Let me make that clock so you all can see it, because I don't believe you can currently. Configure ownership. All players, observer. Can you see it now? Should be able to.
Chop shop.
No, design Terra body. Wait, did
Chop shop just appeared for me.
Rip, I clicked the wrong one. There we go.
Chop. That's the old one now. That's the one
an
that
old one.
almost.
Shop needs to be deleted. There we go. Now do you see it? Should see it.
Yep.
I do.
Okay.
I
Good.
would, for the second one. Trying to think, do I want gather intel? Is that a job? Is that
no,
a
but
downtime?
pause. I'm gonna go to
Yes.
Momo because
Go,
Momo
go,
has
go.
something. Momo, what downtime did you want to do, or did we
Oh.
want to do?
Mine are very simple. First question is, Blue has not been told about any of the plans that are floating about yet, correct?
Correct.
Okay, then I cannot assist. I wanted to make sure before I used it. I was like, wait, if she knew, she would use her stuff to help. But as she does not know,
Well,
then
you
she will
knew
not.
that eventually the plan was to help Conclave 1 help them with the factory. That was established during Season 2. So you know that that was on the agenda. You don't know that Speeder was talking about it literally today. But at some point in the
Okay.
past, that was brought up. Yes.
Okay, then the only thing I think I just would like to roll my vice, which is my obligation vice.
Oh, yeah. How does that work now?
I have an obligation to my husband because I love him.
Ah, yes. I think we talked about this at some point and I just forgot.
Yes. So it's truly, it'll just be spending time with him. It doesn't need to be
Okay.
anything. But my obligation, I spend time with my spouse. I give him the head pats he needs and the attention he requires.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your obligation.
Makes it sound so bad. I love him, I promise. It's not an obligation. Oh, a 6. I mean, not a 6. A 5. Nice.
Did you overindulge? Oh no, that was
No.
exactly
That was
exactly
perfect.
the amount.
That's exactly what I needed. Oh
The
my
one
god, he's
time you all
exactly what I
can
needed.
overindulge and you don't overindulge. So close on multiple rolls.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Here's
I
the
have a
thing.
trauma,
Clobbering time.
so I have.
Oh yeah,
to
you
myself.
have to indulge your vice. So does Blue
Okay.
actually.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I
from a
have
long
to
time
indulge.
ago.
How much stress do you
Um,
get for that?
1.
One if you
1
don't
per
indulge.
trauma.
Oh, I'm fine.
And then my other downtime, I'm just gonna use Favors Ode during a downtime. Anytime you gather info, take +1d. And I'm just gonna get some information on the race. That's all, because that's the next thing that she had on her agenda.
Oh, yeah. I'd say study probably, but also maybe a social skill if you're doing it that way.
What do I want? Here, let me read the. Can I roll command?
You want to like do. You're
Right.
gonna like go up to someone and be like, "You, tell me what I want to know." That's what you're going for.
Well, so it says you compel obedience with your force of personality.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't have to be aggressive necessarily. That is
Yeah.
true.
It's more big aura.
I would say yes. I will allow this. But what I will
Oh.
say is, if you
But I have
if you do
argument
this,
for.
yeah. Okay, go ahead. What is your argument?
My thought is she compels this kind of obedience because she's a well-known racer who
Yes, and also leader of a very well-liked organization. So sure,
Mhm.
I will allow it, and I think it's good. What I will say, if this becomes a pattern of behavior, I may use this against you at some point in the future.
he said, "You best not act up twice."
I'm just saying, constantly using your aura, risen
Aura
people
farm. You
up.
can't aura.
You can't
you
aura
can't
farm
aura
forever.
farm.
Can't aura farm forever. Words to live by.
Kid, you can't aura farm forever.
So just saying,
Okay, all right, that's fair.
All right.
If I farm too much, that's fair.
not that I'm not gonna ever allow it, just something might happen eventually based on the
Okay.
aura farming. Maybe someone is obsessed with you or something. There's all sorts of stuff I
Well,
can do.
what's new? See, it was still a partial success.
Okay, so you get information about the race. They are trying to do the race a little bit differently this upcoming time. They are trying to do a race to end all races, going to some of the best pilots in the sector. And they are going to have a huge buy-in for this one. Like, you're going to have to put up money to participate.
Ooh.
And
Okay,
there'll be an
that's fine.
enormous cash reward.
I don't care about that.
That is what you learn about the upcoming race. They don't have
I
a
just wanna
date
win.
set for it just relatively soon, but you are in the right know. It'll come through your channels when that's set in stone.
Good.
Saying a rebellion costs money,
That's true. Rebellion does cost money, and I can't drain my husband's funds because
Better
I
hit
need
up,
those for when we retire.
Better Rob Aldani. Sorry.
No, but like if you win the pod race, you can sell the earnings or whatever.
Exactly. I'm gonna win the pod racing, and then I can leave planet
You can free your mom.
and free
become a
my
Jedi.
mom.
I came back
Yeah,
and
okay.
freed all the slaves.
Not my
We're
Anakin
prequel. We're
Skywalker
prequel
spy.
memeing. Sorry.
Sorry, we're
Fucking-
memeing so hard.
Oh, now
Who
this
else would
is
have
That's
a downtime
is-
they would like to work on?
I got. Oh, go ahead, Mandy. Go ahead. You go.
No, you go. Mine's super quick.
Okay. I am going to, while Misa and I are watching a movie, usually I'm pretty locked in, enjoying it, even, just locked in on it. I am going to let my mind wander. I'm going to roll my vice at the start and see if I overindulge or not, because that'll depend on how I tackle
Ooh.
this.
Okay, go
Um,
for it.
so this is insane. I had 2 stress and I rolled 2s.
Yo!
Wow! The
LFG.
universe is telling us something.
It's the
That's
way.
insane. Okay, well, I had a bit to go, but no longer. So usually he's locked in watching the movie, but he lets his mind wander into the way and kind of thinks about back on his decisions, the job, letting his Misa kill. Was it the right thing? Was it the right way to handle things? Even if I didn't kill, I let her kill.
Mm.
I gave her the go-ahead. She asked. I'm complicit. But at the same time, it was to save lives. And he's thinking, am I trying to convince myself or am I trying to convince the way here? And he ends up... Yeah, go ahead.
The feeling you get killing in defense of others is never wrong, but there is usually another way, and in that moment you didn't have the wisdom to either seek it or know it, and that bothers you. So your conscience can be clear, but you probably could have done things differently.
So as soon as the movie's over, he goes to his little Morse code transmitter and sends a message to the remnants. And I'm going to use lay low, and I'm going to have the remnants attack like a transport in a different system to get the heat off of us.
That is great, and thank you for reminding me, because I need to do your heat for this sector, because I did not do that during between, so I need to actually do that really quick. So bear with me, because it has been a bit since I did it. And...
Wait, they were bandits, right? They weren't hegemony this time.
You always get heat, though.
No, I understand that. It's just not going to be as bad as it usually is.
Okay, smooth and quiet, no. Contained, no. Loud and chaotic, no. I would say wild, devastating. A building came down. Anyone disagree with that?
Nope.
Okay, that's 6 heat. High profile or well-connected target public use of artifacts. No, didn't actually do that this time. Killing of hegemonic citizens. Massive property damage, illegal weapons use. Yep, that happened. So that's 2 more heat. So 8 heat.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad.
And that'll be... which sector are we in? We are in Iota. So 8 heat in Iota.
I should have just said it. I didn't want to say it.
Believe in yourself.
I was scared. I was like, Iota?
Gotta believe.
Wait, where? Oh, yeah.
Indigo's the smartest man in the room.
Magiverse.
Far from it.
Iota. Yeah, you had no heat here before.
Hey, don't
so
talk
this
about
is
my friend like that.
The first time
Sorry.
you have
Yeah.
heat. Oh, wait. 8 heat exactly takes you to wanted level 1. So there's no heat to clear in Iota. However, there... Oh, no. Actually, if you clear heat, you'll get rid of the wanted level. So let me...
Perfect.
I'm going to actually give you a choice, because I like that you're doing lay low for the first time. In Rin, you are at wanted level 4, max heat. In Iota, you are at wanted level 1 with no heat. In Holt, you are at wanted level 2 and no heat. And in Breck, you have no heat somehow. That's just fortunate. That's where
Horrifying.
Nightfall is. So which system would you like to lower your heat on specifically?
I'll say the system we're in because that's where our home base
Okay,
is. So I want to keep it
Iota.
off.
Okay, so go ahead and roll lay low. That was a good way of laying low. I like that. I guess that would
Gotcha.
be command.
Great lay
maybe?
low.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying
If
to
you're
think.
sending the remnants to
Yeah,
intercept
yeah.
communications.
Agreed. Okay.
Okay.
Rolling a 5. Partial
Alright.
success.
So that should be lowering it by 2, if I'm remembering
Correct.
correctly. Yes. So that takes.
Well, it
you
says
from-
so it reduces the heat in the system by 2 automatically, and then it lowers the wanted reduction clock by 2 for my
Got
roll.
it. Okay. So that'll put you at 6 heat, and then wanted reduction clock. Oh no, it'll keep the heat the same, but it'll just do the wanted reduction. That's right. Sorry, it's been a while since I played this system, so let me go. Iota wanted clock. Okay, 2. And let me make sure you all can see that. Okay. Okay, awesome. Make sure all these clocks are visible to y'all. Who else has a downtime they would like to do?
I would like to heal myself.
Go right ahead. Do you take a penalty for healing yourself? I can't remember.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
What kind of whack ass shit is that?
It's hard to operate on
I don't know.
yourself.
I have a blasted hand.
Oh no.
This blasted hand.
This blasted hand.
I think it's -1d. Is it -1d?
I believe you are correct. It should say
Can't
it
remember what
in there
page.
somewhere.
Doctoring is on.
God, this book is so
recover.
nice.
I think it's on the recover page.
Yeah, I believe it is on recovery. Can you all hear my child?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
No.
good. He's just being cute.
It doesn't-
Recover 187.
Yeah, I'm looking at it and I don't see.
The other
You can
place
treat
that it-
yourself, but it costs. Oh, it costs a stress to do it. I'm going to
Got
my
it.
boyfriend to see if he will heal me.
Oh, I can't do that.
Do you have doctoring skill?
I have a pip in doctor, yes.
Okay. So
He's
yes,
learning.
your boyfriend can doctor you.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll probably like intercom. Hey Green, can you come to the med bay and help me out really quick?
Yeah, of course. And he'll just
And you see like you saw this at the mission, but she did not call any attention to it whatsoever, because when does she ever? She takes care of everybody else first.
As always.
And she just kind of holds up her hand that's still bandaged and not at all fixed in any way, shape, or form. I can't really. It's my dominant hand, so I can't really do anything with it. Can you help me? Don't look at me like that.
How did I miss this during dinner? Oh, okay. If you hadn't a field dressed it, I might actually be upset right now. Time to doctor. Oh god.
She looks very guilty.
I believe since you're in the med bay, that gives you some kind of a bonus. If
You
I'm
get +1.
remembering correctly. Yeah.
Oh thank god! Yeah,
Yep.
2Ds, baby! Success!
Yay!
Alright,
Okay,
that'll
so I'm
clear
Let's
cleared of
go.
my
level
harm.
1, and then it'll
That's
be...
all I had was level 1.
Okay, yeah. That'll clear all level 1.
Excellent. So he'll do a quick redress, inspect, and now for the most important part, he's gonna kiss her hand. All bad.
Aww.
Kiss it and made it
Thank
better.
you.
solves all problems.
Who has downtimes left?
That's
I
it for me, right? Because we only get 2, right?
Yeah.
We're not on the
Yes.
3 right now. Okay.
have one more to go,
Mm-hmm.
and I was going to do it, a side job.
Ah, yes, that's the one that gets you money, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember how this one worked either, but I believe you just do it and it gives you
And then you get then you get 2, because I
Yeah.
have it as well.
Is it 2 credits or 1? I
Or
thought
you get 1.
uh,
You get 1. You get 1
Get
credit.
1 credit and a rumor.
oh,
I was wondering if I could get a rumor about this warehouse that Speeder had brought up.
Ooh,
And let's say I'm
okay.
doing a job for our friend.
Let me think. What's a good juicy rumor?
I know Vorax got some gigs for me.
Probably has a hacking job for you
Yeah.
that he's too busy for.
Like I got double the hackers on the ship right now.
The rumor that you hear is this factory some time ago did some manufacture job for the Guild of Engineers on the hush hush. And some of the workers in this factory were either bought off or killed off. The rumors are hazy about the details.
Interesting. Wonder if that's something to do with our former friend who used to want to tag along all the time.
Which former friend?
The one I blew up.
Oh, could be. And
Diana?
I think Diana is who
Yeah,
you're
Diana.
thinking of. I think that is a great time for a break. Wow, time flies in this game, an hour and 40 minutes in.
Boys.
When we come back, I believe that Speeder will want to have a conversation with you all about the job that they have briefed you all on in the past, and I'm sure you all have some follow-up conversations to have with each other. So we're going to be back in about 10-15 minutes. Go get a drink, go get a snack, stretch, and do whatever you have to do, but come right back, and then we will
Posture
have
check.
more wonderful Scum and Villainy Ignite Recall action when we return. Thank you all for watching us, and we will be back shortly.
Bye. Be right back.
Some
You say
weird ass
something so
geography
brave.
hate happening in here in the break, but we're back.
Whoa!
You're saying some brave things.
Saying things controversial and yet so brave. Welcome back. Hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday or whenever you're watching this on the YouTubes. Thank you for being with us. Sorry about the technical difficulties. OBS decided to freeze. I don't know why. Just did it. Everything else was fine. I wouldn't have even noticed it until I went over and I'm like, I can't transition. That's weird. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. Please drop us a follow or a subscribe on YouTube. We really appreciate it. And join our Discord, discord.gg/MadGRPG. It's the best place to find out what's going on with us. And if you would like to support the stream, Ignite tips in chat. You can leave us a donation that will go towards all the production costs, feeding our wonderful artists like the Momobee who did the art on this game, and many artists who do art on many other games. We have a lot of them. More art coming soon. New campaigns coming soon. Don't have announcement yet, but it'll be soon, I promise. We got 2 in the immediate future, 2 in the not so distant future. It's going to be great. Going to be a very full week. Okay. Y'all ready?
Y'all ready for this?
I was born by a bloodsucker.
I mean, I can try.
It's a
Okay,
Blade
Wesley.
quote.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was like, I
that's a
know.
Blade quote. That's a Blade quote.
I was like, I know exactly what scene that's from. That's
Blade
Yeah.
Trinity quote.
Oh,
Yeah, that is definitely
Classic,
Blade
classic.
Trinity.
in the year 2025.
On the TV edit, by the way, not even the actual.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
Oh,
actual
yeah.
one. He says a word that rhymes with bloodsucker and is about the
Yep.
same syllables, but oh wow, my stream deck crashed too. What in the world?
What?
Okay, Yeah, that was.
Quit
Man.
playing Dune while we're doing this. That's the
Yeah,
I
right?
Yeah.
am not
Tomorrow.
playing.
Damn, you got
Dune.
Dune up?
No. Momo
How you
says,
doing?
completely incensed, like, well, then I'm going to start up Marvel Rivals.
I want Marvel Rivals right now.
I'm going to have to musical pause until I can fix Stream Deck because just everything's going wrong tonight. I don't know, guys. Just
No,
things are
everything's
freezing.
going great.
After you all spend a day or so doing many different activities. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Speeder comes to Blue and would like a word.
I'm just up in my chair on the bridge.
Oh wait. Oh, this is the first Speeder Blue scene.
Cap
I
and
don't have
shit.
Speeder's art on screen. So let me.
Ooh.
Goodbye, Victor. Hello, Speeder.
Yeah.
Temporarily.
Sly.
Do you have a minute, Captain?
Of course. How can I help?
I believe I left some messages for you not that long ago about you. Well, I left them with Indigo to be fair, but that I would like some help with a job for you.
A job for me?
From you, for you, for us.
Of course, right.
There is a facility on this very planet we're on, actually, that is capable of producing bodies for Urbots. We
Alright.
have brought all of Conclave 1, and we would like your help taking this facility. We can pay.
You don't have to do that.
But revolutions cost money, so
Yes, but you're also Indigo's partner, and more importantly, you're actively a part of this rebellion, which means you don't need to give us money, just help.
yeah, Indigo keeps saying that too. He said something weird today.
More weird than usual.
Just about wanting to make a better place for us. It doesn't sound weird, but coming from him, it was a little bit weird. Anyway,
I don't think he's wrong.
no, he's not. He's just not himself.
Should I be worried?
I'm not sure yet, to be honest with you.
All right, well, let's keep an eye out.
Anyway, I'm hoping that while we're here on this planet, you can help with the factory.
Of course, consider it done.
I'll send you the plans and you all can decide how best to proceed.
Is your intention to take everything, all the resources out of the facility, or do you want the facility in working condition?
We need it working. There's not a whole lot of facilities capable of developing bodies for Urbots, and this is the one that's the least guarded by the hegemony. So this is it.
All right. Then I will make the note of no explosives and no haircuts.
Yeah, you all seem to get into the habit of causing some mayhem, they say nervously, kind of wringing their hands.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, except when we need the building intact this time.
Yes, so we will keep it intact for you. I just wanted to make sure.
none of us are particularly good at this whole fighting thing. But if you need eyes on the ground, I am known to be a little stealthy and, if you'll forgive the pun, speedy.
All right. I think that's fair trade.
Good. Then I'll be here for the meeting, and if you need a pair of eyes on the ground, I'll be there.
All right. If you want to just forward over all of the information you have, I'll look over it and then call everyone in.
They actually start to pull out a cable to connect to you and then stop themselves. Right. Not
I can't
yet.
do that yet.
Fleshy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But T2,
I can
do
give you
mind
this.
if I...
Yeah, T2.
Absolutely. And Tara will upload the plans to T2 and the Fire Drake.
Perfect. I will look them over.
And go
yeah.
ahead.
Oh no, she's just gonna look them over, memorize any blueprints, like maps we have, and guard rotation, that kind of thing. The typical information that would be given.
Yeah, so unfortunately, what you will discover in looking at the plans, obviously we're not going to go too depth into planning because haha, Forge in the Dark game, but
Haha.
they don't have guard rotations. They do have a building layout, and they don't have details about security, but you can see where everything is, where the entrances are, exfil points, ventilation as per usual.
Of course.
And you do see that it's kept on its own circuit as well as connected to the rest of the grid. So likely to be resistant to power outages. So your usual trick might be a
Damn.
little bit more complicated.
All right.
I keep getting nerfed. No I'm kidding.
Oh my god, Indigo got nerfed in this patch. So sorry, everyone.
Sorry,
The Indigo
I just keep
nerf
hot,
was
I keep
tragic in
hot
season
fixing.
3.
It's okay.
Yeah, but look at that green buff though. We love it.
Massive green buff.
Massive green buff. We love to see it.
So, since we're not going to go through the plan, we can just assume narratively you all meet on the bridge, get together,
And talk
plan.
about it.
But
Yeah.
you are still on injury. Let me change the background, or you will be on injury. You're in injury orbit. And this factory is all on above ground. There is no basement in this one. It is one level with 2 catwalk levels above. Most of the machinery all on the ground level, and there are assembly lines that wind up and down and everywhere in this place. I'm making this huge maze, labyrinth, mausoleum of assembly lines that culminate in a assembler at the end of the line. And it seems to be in working order, but it is very, very dangerous. So given all of that, I'd love to know, what's your point of entry and what's your approach?
Mandy had a question.
Yes, go ahead, Mandy.
Not about the mission. I didn't want to interrupt you. I was trying to have a scene with Indigo before we go on any jobs.
Yes.
By all means, I apologize. Please do.
No, it's okay. I think you might have gotten up by the time that came up in conversation during the break.
Yes, I probably had because I got up right away. I apologize. Please
Yeah,
proceed.
we're just gonna.
Y'all worm.
I was
The
stretching. I'm sorry.
the one-on-one scene
We're
is
just
just us
doing
doing this.
Yes, no notes.
Oh wow, Athene's still on the overlay for this one.
Yeah, I've seen on a few of these. I gotta take them off.
It's all good.
Emma, if you're watching, hi.
Hi. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Indigo's workshop. Kind of.
How's it going, Doc?
Hey, I had something I wanted to talk to you about. You before the others, maybe. It's not really a secret either, but I kind of wanted to run something by you.
All right.
And I'm gonna walk into the shop
Just doing
fully.
some calibrations.
So I've been doing some research before I got my memories back about powerful artifacts. I
Hmm.
mean, extremely powerful artifacts. And I have discovered 3 such artifacts in their general locations, one of which is on this planet, on Indri.
Oh. Interesting.
I'm gonna hand a pad over that has my list of 3 artifacts, one of which is on Indri called the Indri Wave, an artifact that destroys all water around it. The next one is the Tenelon Compressor on Sanhandra, an artifact that temporarily creates singularities. And another one called Unification on Lithios that destroys the minds of those around it. But the researchers are unsure if that is true or not.
Kind of hard to figure that one out in person. Whew.
I found these while I was researching ways to create something like a powerful artifact like the ones the Church of Stellar Flame and the Hegemony are using against innocent people, so that we had something big to fight back with.
Absolutely. I mean, these are
All theory
definitely-
crafting. I haven't
Well-
done anything.
Absolutely, but the idea is to get our hands on, I'm assuming, all 3 of these artifacts. Eventually.
Now that I know that they're real, maybe.
Now, Doctor, you understand what these are capable of.
Yes.
There's weapons to defend, and then there's weapons. All weapons do the same things, they destroy.
That's
And-
true. And I can't really imagine these being used in any way that could be helpful, except the Indri Wave, really. If there's a cataclysmic event involving water, could be used to clear it immediately. But that's the only helpful application I could think of for any of them.
Unless we could modify it in some way.
We could research such a thing, but that would require us to retrieve them. And-
Absolutely.
I was not in a good headspace when I started this research project. I was just ready to do whatever we needed to do, drastic or not, to destroy the Church of Stellar Flame. And you know me, that's not really my MO, but if there's a war to be won, then we should win it. But I don't know if this is the way, if you'll forgive the pun.
No. It's a perfect pun, if anything. I had a similar feeling recently when we were able to save. Listen. Everyone goes through certain emotions, especially in what we call a job. You had every right to feel the way that you did. And though finding these materials, we'll call them for right now, as long as you have somebody to check you.
Well,
I had a
yeah,
moment recently like that.
the plan was to
thankfully.
tell everyone. I don't want to be a spy anymore. I don't want to keep secrets unless you all need me to.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah. Like I said, my research found these when I was really just looking for something to work off of, and I wasn't expecting to uncover this kind of information. And she motions to the pad on the desk.
Well, it's definitely something we should get our hands on before the hegemony do.
That's what I was thinking. I don't
Miss
want
Misa
to
was-
use them, but
Yeah.
well, I mean, if they're already well guarded or in a position where they can't be used, it wasn't easy for me to find this information. By the
But
way,
you also have to put the situation at hand. Every time we win and the hegemony lose, they're going to get more drastic in their choices, i.e., Diana. Even sending, well, not sending, but it's Misa coming after us. So if we continue to try to win this war, we have to understand that our enemies are going to want to also win. Now, do you feel as though it is a good idea to keep this information hidden now that it is found? Or should we go after these objects knowing that they would no longer be in the hegemony's back options?
well, if anybody learned that we have them, that would make us pretty big targets.
Oh no, wanted criminals.
More than usual. Maybe our efforts could be towards erasing the fact that they exist. I thought they were myths at first until Ismisa confirmed for me that the Indri wave does indeed exist, and it is indeed on Indri.
Or we could destroy them.
We could. Study them,
Not-
destroy them.
Oh, and then another schematic of some deathly creation in my head, joyous. Nothing's ever truly destroyed in the
We
way.
could skip the study part. And I would want to put this to the captain, to everyone, but I wanted another scientist's input before I make it common knowledge, which I do plan to do one way or another.
No, definitely the best course of action. Last time you just told me something that only I knew. Nobody knew it after that.
Wow.
Yeah, you should probably tell other people about this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know we have a job coming up, so maybe after. I don't want them to be distracted more than I am. More than... Oh, damn it. I just distracted you, didn't I? Okay, well.
It's okay. I'm like a...
Yeah, you're good at compartmentalizing. You're better
I
than
have so many
than
tabs
me at
up right
that.
now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Good talk. Thank you for making all of my thoughts come out loud through you. You thought of the same things I thought of. We're on the same page here. Okay. She like nervously wipes her hands on her pants. I'm gonna go to the bridge now.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Doctor.
Thanks, Indigo.
The plot thickens.
Ooh, those are some deadly freaking artifacts. You told the mad scientists about the deadly artifact.
Yep.
Dangerous.
Oh boy.
And we get to present. What is your all's approach? Social? Deception? Assault? Stealth?
Well, okay, what if we scope the place out first better because we don't have those security details?
Can we
Sure.
start?
we-
You could gather information
Gather
about the security. Who would like to do so and how?
Could do it socially.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Send somebody down to chit chat.
If yeah. I don't have to be, well, how isolated is it? Because if somebody just randomly shows up like, hey, what's your security detail like? That's a little...
What's up?
Yeah,
Well, I say
that's
maybe you
why-
can.
Is it very isolated, this
It could be a
location?
telemarketer
No,
call.
it is not isolated.
Hi, I'm trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
No, so what's your security like so we can get through this very well?
No, you could do it socially for sure. One thing that I did not do last time that I am going to do this time. I believe you all do not necessarily have the proper equipment to be here. And by here, I mean on this planet.
Yo, fuck.
Gaseous.
Indri,
because
like
it's
as
a
you can
toxic
tell, the
wasteland.
background is mostly a toxic wasteland with acid rain on occasion. Anyone spending
favorite.
any amount of time outside without proper equipment or Xeno abilities gains level 2 harm, injury, lung. So unless you
Not a
all...
lung injury.
Does this apply to me as an
No, it does not apply to you as a machine.
If I wear like medic gear, am I safe from that?
I believe
Like,
that there's
covering- face covering
specifically
and all that.
gas masks that you all would be able to acquire.
All right.
But I would just need someone to acquire asset to do that. I apologize for not remembering this previously.
Oh.
Happy to acquire assets.
Does that take a downtime or
I was
what
about to
has
It
say,
it?
worth
does. It
Yeah.
does.
Oh, so does gather info. We don't have any downtimes, do we?
No, gather
Gather
info
info
does not
doesn't.
take a downtime.
We could, but we
Oh,
could pay
right.
for it.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
can
you
spend a
pay for
cred.
it. You can spend a
Um,
credit.
Andrew, if I do it, if I spend the credit, we have
Oh,
the
you get
possibility I get bonuses.
That's no problem. Go for it.
I'll be down to spend the credit for that.
All right, so I believe gather asset is you roll your tier, which is
Okay.
tier 2.
2 dice?
Yes.
Oh, I'm. What do I have with 2 dice in it? I don't have anything. So just slash.
No, you
2D?
just should be able to just do a custom roll, I believe. Unless
Or
I'm
just grab
crazy.
something with 1 pip and then add 1 dice.
True. I'm gonna do that.
Or I
don't
could do
remember.
it.
No.
No, Craig's got the
sign
luck.
up. A win.
Just
All right.
today.
Famous last words right there. All right, here we go.
You
2
gotta
2D.
believe. Believe in yourself.
A 4 and a 5.
Believe.
Okay. I will say they're good enough to get the job done, but as a complication, I might have them break in the middle of the job.
If that's the case, I have Junkyard Hunter. When you acquire parts or equipment during downtime, you may either gain 2 assets or 1 asset at plus 1 quality.
That'll do it. Plus 1 quality. You have perfectly usable gas mask for the group.
Phew.
Well done, Indigo. Okay, so stealth, because you all are so good at it.
We have to be this time. We have to be.
Didn't you guys say you wanted to gather
Gather info
Info.
about
Security
the
info.
guards.
Yeah.
And you want to do that socially, Pink?
I'd
Let's
say,
go, Pink.
Pink, what if you chat up an
Yeah.
officer at a bar or something?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
That's
Like, what
always
if
the
I go to the
go-to
nearest
move.
bar? There's got to be bars on this planet. It's a miserable
are.
fucking wasteland.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
absolutely.
It's a miserable fucking
So
wasteland.
that would be sway to gather info.
You got this, Doc.
Real.
All right, sway. I'm good at that. I don't even need to use my doctor rating. I got 3 in sway.
Go for it.
All right. I dress up
Oh,
hot.
it's
and
sway?
I
I
go to
thought
the
it was
bar.
slay.
It is.
Ah, yeah.
And I don't get any bonuses to sway because it's not medical related. So just rolling partial success.
Oof, a 1, a 2, and a 5. I will let you narrate how this goes down, Doctor.
So I think she would know what kind of bar she's going into, so it's probably a little bit more on the seedy side, so she doesn't dress too upscale, but still kind of hot. But not too fancy. Kind of, like tight jeans, low cut top. Walks in, sits down at the bar, not immediately next to anybody who looks like workers from this factory. just kind of by herself, orders a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, I would be surprised if she was not the only woman in this bar, probably.
One of a very few, I would say, and would say this
Mhm.
is a pretty small venue, maybe made for 30 people max, but I'd say there's more like 15 in there, maybe one other
Yeah.
woman present.
Sure.
Yeah. Take your time, eventually chat up the guard, probably ask when if he's
Yep.
working that night. He drops some small talk about he's off for the
Yeah.
night, but such and such and such and such are working, and he's on
Yeah.
again tomorrow at such and such time. So you can get a rough estimation that there's 2 shifts of guards. They do 12-hour shifts.
Okay.
They change at 8 o'clock. And based on how he's discussing it, you think there's probably about 12 total per shift.
Like 12 guards.
12 guards total per shift,
Mm.
and they're armed, but not nearly as heavily as the last place that you all broke into. Seems
Damn,
like,
I get all that information from this guy? Shit, okay.
well, it's just that you're making inferences from how he's talking about
Yeah.
stuff. Like, eventually you'd
Mhm.
probably, ask to see his gun and all that type of thing,
Hey, is that your gun, or are you happy to see me?
Yeah, all that, all the usual tricks,
Wait a
Um,
second, this isn't Rise of the Conduit.
God damn it, we're back in the fucking building.
You're
Oh my
you're rolling
gosh,
a 3K.
Spy Master again.
I was going to say, you're
No!
rolling a 3-sway character who had to pretend to be a spy for a while. I'm sure you have fake hit on someone for information at some point in your life.
Oh, please. Let's be so real. She probably
Just
would do
another
that in her normal
Tuesday.
life, too.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday. Yeah, so cool. She'll
All right. You
shut
know
up
a
this
little
guy
bit
and then
more
peace out.
about the guards.
I'll let the crew know.
So still stealth.
Well, now we know when the guards change.
Yes.
So that's when we should do the thing.
Do the thing.
Okay.
Captain, I do have a question.
I have an answer, probably.
Now, we are used to, so to speak, snatch and grab jobs. Usually we're in and out.
Uh-huh.
This is the first job where we are basically staying put.
Yeah, we're gonna have to clear them out one way or another and keep the building intact.
As well as keep the location for good.
Yes.
So, I've got some ideas on how to do that. However, I just want to make sure everybody knows this is a place in which we will be keeping. So sometimes making sure the person that you're dealing with doesn't have a revenge streak after you afterwards probably would be the best route in this situation. It may cost us a little bit more than usual to keep this one, so to speak.
Are you saying kill them all?
No, I'm saying make sure they don't want to kill you after this.
What if somebody sneaks in and locks out the guard change?
As if it's a complete shutdown, like they're
Yep.
abandoning the facility.
Yeah.
You're going to have to shut down, it's on a grid.
Yep.
Yes. So we have to make it plausible that this facility will no longer be a part of the hegemony.
I just mean long
Empire.
enough for us to take it over. We can figure out the rest after.
All right.
Now,
Okay.
Just
Yes.
a thought.
if we're gonna shut down the grids, what sort of life support systems might be at use in the building?
They've got to have at least one, but we're
There's got to be some
delving
heavy
deep.
ventilation going on.
Yeah.
Mm.
Green, you
I'm
might be a
ass-
genius.
I have my moments.
If there's no life support within the facility, the only people who could work at said facility are those who don't require life support.
Oh my
Destroy the life
God.
support.
So we
Well, we
evacuate the
don't-
entire building, and then that is their way of shutting down this facility due to poisonous fumes throughout.
And we don't even have to harm people. We just have to present an insurmountable obstacle to ensuring clean air.
Yeah. Wow, that was easy.
Eh.
Easier said than done, but
Easier said than done. Let's.
What's the likelihood that life support is connected to a secondary grid, though?
Backup
Stop.
we'll
generators.
find out.
We'll
Stop.
cross that bridge when we get to
Yeah,
that.
we're
Stop.
planning.
Stop.
Planning.
Asking too many questions.
Yeah,
Stop.
I was trying to see how much Frank would like.
Okay,
Stop.
my question is about the maps that we have. Does it include any of that information at all?
No,
Or just that it's on a closed circuit?
just
Okay.
location, and that you know that the power is on a closed circuit, or it's connected to both the grid and has its own power. So it's actually both. I guess you'd call it dual circuit. Is that
Okay,
how
then
you would
two
call
people
it?
should break in, see what we're working with, break back out, and then we'll hit them.
Frank, are these hegemonic guards?
That is a
No, they're
great
just dudes.
question.
They're just dudes, right?
From Pink's information, they are not working for the hegemony. They are private security.
They're just dudes.
Got it.
They are just dudes.
Who owns this fucking building? That's
That
what I
you
wanna
do not know.
know. No!
Victor, buy the building.
Watch me, Vorak. Watch me,
Yeah, can we
Vorax.
just throw Victor at this problem?
Victor, buy the building. love.
Money
Victor,
solves all
please.
my problems. Sorry, you don't have Daddy Monty here to save you this time.
No!
And I. Ooh.
All right, so
Release Tuesday.
we need a couple people to sneak in,
Maybe it's just
sneak
that.
out,
So
and
stealth.
then enact.
Stealth. We are stealthing.
We're stealthing.
What's the entry
Let's-
point? Back door, front door, rooftop.
Classic.
I see
rooftop,
Momo's
right?
face. I see Momo's face. I know.
You
No, I
said
did pick your
rooftop.
guns at
You already
Craig.
know.
What do you
Classic
want me to
rooftop.
say? What do you want me to say at this
Leave it tight.
point?
The rooftop
like-
it is.
I'm down for a, and this is the first time, a captain and first mate mission.
Let's go to the roof.
I have 3 in
and-
Skulk, so I'm down.
Let's
to
go.
sneak.
I would say
Do it.
you get an extra die for the information that Pink gathered. You get an extra die for the information that Speeder
Fine.
gave you. So
Plus
I would say 3D.
3D. You want to roll it? Oh wait, who's rolling? Wait,
I'm
Frank's
rolling
rolling.
it. I'm
Frank's
rolling
rolling.
it.
go
All
on.
right, here we go. You
Boy.
ready? You ready?
Win these.
Okay,
Oh,
Risky.
oh, okay.
I'm down risky.
I'm down. I'm down.
Frank,
We got
can I
this.
be on standby near the front kind of gate entrance just in case they
Yeah,
get in trouble? Okay.
absolutely.
I would like to be on team standby as well.
Team standby. Green, are you also team standby?
Yeah. Team standby.
You sure?
Would I be better in the ship? I'm the only one who doesn't die in this atmosphere. I feel
This
like
is
the ship
true.
is a waste of my usefulness.
That's true.
Excellent.
The roof.
Am I able to wait really quick? Am I able to, if it has to be a flashback, it can be a flashback. Am I able to like inoculate everybody on the crew from the effects of the atmosphere here somehow?
Oh,
little injection.
I think that would have to be a long-term project.
Okay,
I
never
would
mind.
say yes, but that would take a lot of time to research.
I would have
into.
assumed that since it's a known
environmental factor on a planet that there would already be treatments for it. That's where I was coming at that from.
Got it.
Unless this is a new occurrence that's not typical.
I mean, there's not really a cure for pollution, so to speak. So
Damn.
it's
That's
like
fair.
you can,
No
Fair
cure for
enough.
pollution.
Okay,
The
fair
cure
enough,
is
fair enough.
Captain Planet.
That's
yes,
true.
That is the cure.
He's a hero.
Terraforming the planet. You all go to the top of the roof, knock one of the panels on the roof, slide in, drop down to the catwalk, land. All around you, you see the assembly line is still going. And you realize there are not just guards in here, but there are assembly workers still working at 8 at night. And you see on the line are weapons and munitions. Specifically, you see detonators being built.
I can't believe this has happened.
And you
What
realize,
in the Andor is the shit?
oh, this place is really dangerous, and we need to be very careful. As you land, you see and hear the bell for the guard shift, and you do catch them in time. But you hear someone come on a speaker. Shift change. One last sweep before you go home, boys. And people start climbing the stairs towards the catwalk that you have dropped yourselves to. All around you is the low whir of the assembly line and the dozens of bombs and other munitions being assembled. What do you do?
There a pile of scrap or something we can hide Indigo in?
Huh? Yeah, I kind of do stand out.
Where you
Unless-
are,
unless I work
let me
here.
see. Unlikely. Let me check.
Because I am thinking about putting my little teeny self underneath the catwalk, kind of like a little spider. Like
There-
this so they don't see me, but I don't think I can do that with Indigo.
There is a
Big
small
beak.
crate of what looks to be like radio equipment at the end of the catwalk that he could try to take some cover behind, but it's not perfect. He still might get seen even if he goes behind it.
If that doesn't work, I have a backup. It's a terrible
Okay.
backup.
But you
I
can
have a
try.
backup. Yeah.
Let's attempt.
Okay. I'm gonna skulk.
Let's skulk.
And what are you doing, Blue?
Oh, as soon as she makes sure that Indigo has a spot
Mm-hmm.
under the catwalk, I'm gonna slide under it.
Oh,
Like,
that's
kind of
clever.
just hang my little, like a little Spider-Man.
Okay, so Indigo do skulk. I think that's probably also skulk for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, use
Okay.
a no, do I
I'm gonna
wanna
say those
gambit?
are risky and standard effect for both of you. Oh yeah, you all have 3 gambits?
Yes.
I believe so, yes.
Start off with
Yes,
3.
we do.
Thanks to Green.
I'm gonna
Thank you, Green.
No,
Yeah,
I'll
this is why
keep
you
it at
keep me
3. I'll
around.
keep it at 3. That's not true. So
Oh my
many
God,
reasons.
I got a 6, yeah?
It's the coffee.
I too got a 6.
Yo!
That's,
We're
5
like
gambits.
professionals. We're professionals.
Whew.
We're professionals. Let's go.
Describe how you swing under the catwalk and Indigo, you crouch down on your legs behind this little radio equipment.
Only my arm's sticking out, just lying there.
Oh, that's good, like a little scrap.
Yep.
That's great. I do a little swing off the, I assume there's a railing.
Mm-hmm.
Very gymnastics like.
Mm-hmm.
Do a little swing under,
Mm-hmm.
catch my ankles on the other side, and kind of position myself like this underneath.
You hear over your
So-
comms
Yeah.
from Speeder. Status report.
Currently hiding. Shift change just happened. Indigo and I are
Blue,
disguised
you
for the moment.
see one guard with a blaster secured in a holster on their side walk directly over you, looking side to side, just kind of whistling. Do a quick look around and get on his radio. All clear, sir. And turn back around and walk down.
Flip them off.
I believe, even though we're not supposed to plan in the system, this is someone's cue to lock out the other guards. Who is doing that?
Wink, wink.
Yeah, it's up to
Stand by.
someone has an
Yeah,
interesting
I'll-
way to do it.
Indigo solution: hack the planet. That I know.
Yeah,
Does someone have
yeah,
another way that they would
Just
like
hack
to
the
do
planet.
instead?
Easy.
Take a big piece of rebar, put it in the door handle.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be locking people in? Are
Yeah,
we
there's
team
still people
standby
on
in
shift.
inside the building?
So
We're
there
just,
are
like, right up the
people
front, right?
inside, and you are all hiding outside the front, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
So
I. That's
you
what I had
see
in mind.
you see people start walking towards the building at the same time. Finishing their last bits of getting dressed, putting their masks on, tying their shoes, checking their weapons, and walking towards the building. You can see they're all going towards the main entrance that you're watching.
Okay, and then I realize I made a mistake. Mandy made a mistake.
Mm.
I do.
If we're supposed to be team lockout, then I would have gone in the building.
Oh, that's fine. You can go in the building.
Yeah.
I can.
Well,
Greg?
can you do it in time?
Well, my idea is
I thought we would have
Okay.
had more time.
no. My idea is to send out some sort of warning alarm that there was a leak within the facility.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. Like a atmospheric contaminant or something of that nature.
Yes.
Then standby team could run in.
And then y'all can be like, "We're here to deal with the leak."
Okay.
Hmm. I like
Nice.
that.
Yeah, that works.
Quickly pivoting to
that.
social. Well done.
Yeah. Okay.
That was it.
Love to see it.
Yay! That's what I wanted.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Slang,
so I
slang.
would say that is hack, and this is not especially difficult. I'm gonna say controlled and standard effect.
Okay, I'm gonna use a gambit.
Oh no, we only have 4.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm using them all.
Oh yeah, that's right. You just rolled 2 6s. You just infinite dice all the time.
It prints money.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Crit
box
success.
cars. That's box cars.
Just prints
Boxcars,
money.
baby.
I use a gambit.
It
so
just
we all
did
use
use a
gambit
gambit,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just works.
It just
Warning.
works.
Warning. Containment link. There's a contaminant in this facility. Please proceed to the exit. Warning. There is a contaminant in this facility. And you
Love a
see one of the workers hit the button. Ding! Like a loud ring stops the factory line. And you see people walk off the line and start briskly walking towards the exits. You see the guard shift on team standby. You see the guards exit the building. You see people start. Do you know what this is about? No. Do you know what this is about? No. You got nothing.
I'll hit the
Before.
comms. That's your cue. That's your cue.
Yeah,
Okay.
Red.
So we've
yeah,
got
go
our.
ahead.
We all should have spy gear on us for this if we're gonna be disguised as like maintenance
Yeah, I'd
workers.
say it's
And we
probably
have our
not,
gas mask on, so we already look pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, load size. Forgot. But yes, add spy gear.
We have to declare that ahead of. Oh yeah, I guess
Yeah,
we
load
do.
size you declare ahead of time. But then, yeah, you can add spy gear now.
Okay. I would probably be light.
Okay.
Medium.
Medium.
Okay.
Light.
Okay.
Normal, light.
Okay.
But medium.
Medium.
Sorry.
Okay. So everyone, the 3
We're
outside.
making our coffee orders: normal, light, medium.
Venti, tall. Whoever's
Venti.
outside, add spy gear to your loads, and Are you just walking in like you own the place? Are you saying something to someone? What are you doing to get through the front door?
I'd be directing people, like, please exit in an orderly fashion. This is not a drill, that kind of general
Okay.
things. Very official sounding. I'd have a little fake badge that he's really flashing really quick.
Yeah. That sounds like command to me. And I'll say that is risky
yeah.
but great effect thanks to Indigo's awesome setup.
Sweet.
Hello, failure. We've missed you.
Hi, failure. We have
Oh,
definitely
dear.
missed
Hi,
you.
welcome, old friend.
Okay, I will
Oh,
describe
no.
what happens, and then you can choose to resist if you wish.
Okay.
Things have been going too nice.
You see,
Yeah.
as you're
Story
doing
of our
that,
lives.
you see most people like shrug you off, but then you see a supervisor say, kind of give you a second look, and it's like, wait, let me see that badge again.
You do not need to see the badge. Please go to your home. And I'll use side dancing.
I love
Slay!
so much. I need to read the ability because it's been a while.
And that is
So
aura forming, I
good.
think.
It is push
is.
yourself to cloud a target's mind and sway them in the face of contradictory evidence. You must do as I say. I'm the ambassador, is the example.
These are not the
Okay.
droids you're looking for.
So I would
Just
say
get me a hoagie.
re-roll sway again, and yeah, any success it'll pretty much work.
6 success plus a gambit.
It's like, you're right. I don't need to see your identification, and begin to walk home.
This is the episode title is aura farming.
Yeah, Red, look,
It really is.
Red looks over to Green and kind of nods like, that's fun.
Like, eh?
And the people begin to disperse, and you completely get rid of the guard clock, as this place is now undefended.
How do we keep it that way?
We get inside. Pink does a little victory dance in her stupid
Yeah,
jumpsuit.
you get in, and you see
We did
a
it.
factory full of munitions, totally empty, and no one there. And now, yes, you have the question, what now? How do we make sure we keep this place?
I calm to Indigo. Hey Indigo, are you able to turn off the or loop the security feed so that they don't see us walking around in here?
Makes sense. I'm on it. And I'll do a hack for that.
Yeah, that was controlled
Captain.
and standard effects.
While that's happening, Captain, do you think we should confiscate some of these weapons for the Resistance?
Oh, of course.
There's tons of them.
And explosives, be careful.
I've already radioed
I'm-
Victor, actually. He's on his way.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
Partial success.
It will work, but it will have a consequence I will get to later in the form
Got it.
of heat.
Uh-oh.
Someone might be notified at some point that something was tampered with. Anyway, continue. You have Speeder come on the
Well, we-
comms. Well, you certainly did that splendidly. But, what are you going to do tomorrow when they come in for their shifts?
Well, the idea is to somehow set it up as to where this is turned into a ghost town of sorts. Non-salvageable.
How much caution tape can we get in 2 hours?
Nobody uses caution tape anymore. It's more like a hologram. Sort
Well,
of
it's a
thing.
good thing that one of you had the foresight to bring caution tape. Who would like to use a flashback for that?
I'll do it.
I believe that'll be a 1 stress flashback. No roll necessary. You have official looking hegemonic.
Or the futuristic
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
or the
futuristic
futuristic
equivalent of caution tape around the
Doc, you
building.
think of everything.
This building is closed due to order of the hegemony until further notice.
Do you think we could pay some people to look like local authorities to make it more convincing?
Someone will get paid to just stand around and act like they run the place. Sounds like an easy job.
Or we could call a favor to have this place officially shut down.
Actually,
Thoughts?
that's a great idea, Pink, says Speeder. I have just the idea. If you can just get one person to hold it for a few days, then we will have a lot of people ready to pretend to be authorities.
Ooh.
We'll give some of our friends bodies and they can pose as hegemonic officers while we outfit the rest.
Hey,
That sounds
that's-
perfect.
It's pretty slick. Is there someone particular you had in mind to watch this place, or does it really matter?
Oh, well, I'm sure Thalise Barhozuk would love to get some greenery in this place for a while. Otherwise, I'm sure I can think of someone.
I'm happy to stay if need be. I'll be your official.
Well, you all
I mean,
work even better than I thought you did.
We're all in this together. I mean,
shouldn't somebody who knows hegemony protocol stay?
I think someone who isn't at risk of dying should their suit be breached. Stay.
or someone who can change the minds of anybody who comes asking.
Are you
can
all
stay.
seriously trying to take the bullet for one another right now?
All of them. Meanwhile,
I
I'm
mean,
just
It's
quiet.
pretty cute.
Trying
Indigo was
no,
watching.
at pointing
Yeah, we
holes in
can't
the
do it.
plan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Alright,
pointing.
okay.
I'm not saying anything. I'm poking holes in the plan.
Yeah. That's fair.
Either way, I would say you all have done a successful job and we can leave combat,
Easy.
as it were.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What
That
time
was
to
easiest
RP?
job.
We did it!
What time to RP?
And
We did it!
I'm gonna say that this is a big job because of the munitions involved. Me just thinking this would make things
my
more dangerous.
God.
12 creds. So that would be
Money.
two apiece and 2 to the ship.
See, just like that, I got my money.
Mama
back.
got some spending
And-
money.
Only
Damn.
1 heat
Damn
because
straight.
no one even knows what happened.
Aura farming.
Putting both of those
The only
directly
heat
into
is
the
from that
smash.
hack at the end where you loop the
Yeah.
security footage.
Jeez, thanks,
Yeah.
Craig. Otherwise,
Yeah,
a
I
perfect
know.
job.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
would've been
still a perfect job.
It was all
Damn.
Craig's doing too.
Thanks.
No.
Thanks, Craig.
Got the
but
box
actually,
cars on the hack.
thanks,
But yeah,
No, you
feel
don't
free
need to look at
to
my
feel
ID.
free to keep discussing while you all add stuff to your sheets.
Okay.
Hey, Indigo, I got a question for you, actually.
I'm going to have an answer for you. I promise.
How complicated is it to make a modular body, the kind that can change itself if needed?
Well, I mean, it would probably just be as complex as the imagination of the individual using it,
Wonderful.
which means very complicated, which also means great minds think alike, and I'm working on it.
Hey, thank you, because Tara's really interested. She can't make up her mind. You know, that they're wondering, like, they're leaning one way, they're leaning the other. Why? I don't know, it seems like undue stress.
Why not accommodate for it all?
Exactly. See, now, I know I could count on you.
Every once in a while, you can. And with all this, he looks around the facility. Honestly, nothing's stopping us.
Yeah. Do we know who owns this place?
The hegemony.
Uh-huh.
Well, the hegemony are contracting someone else who they're paying.
Yeah, but do we have those details exactly?
Give me-
Frank, the GM, will give you an owner profile next week, but for now, they are a private enterprise that is essentially a PMC for
Okay.
the hegemony to make them weapons.
Just figured I'd ask while we're here. He's gonna take out a can of spray paint and put the Prism logo on the inside of the door.
How long is the plan to stay here, Speeder?
Well, we have quite a few cores to make. I have to do a proper assessment of the facility with Indigo's help, but probably days, maybe 2 weeks at most. But if you all could help me long term, there's lots of Urbots that even aren't part of Conclave 1 that would love to be free. Think about how many more Terras there are out there that didn't have fortunate, benevolent souls to liberate them.
That's a good point. What if we could move some of this equipment? Then we wouldn't need the building.
An excellent point.
What about taking the machines here and just putting them into a ship?
It's gonna be a mighty large ship. Definitely
Even the
possible.
Fire Drake, I don't think is large enough for that.
And
Definitely.
that's a big ship.
So
Definitely not.
we do have a fleet though, right?
Yeah, we do. Hey, Victor.
I'm just
We don't know this, but you were talking about doing something with that ship.
That's true. Hey, we got an extra ship.
I'm just gonna call this
I'm-
man on the comm. Truly,
I'm just saying if it's feasible to bring any of the equipment that can be used by Conclave 1, even if it's not everything, maybe that's the real heist, is taking a certain amount of the whatever amount of the machinery makes sense for us to take.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
one shot, I should say.
And plus, stealing
Mm.
right under the hegemony's nose is
Yeah,
almost as good
that
as
would be
blowing their
much
shit up.
less dangerous than
Agreed.
holding this hegemony-owned building for
Yeah.
weeks.
You know
Plus,
what?
you can't really grow
think
anything.
you're
All right, I
right.
switched to Mandy there. I really think that we should just we should take all of these as much as possible.
Peter says, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I was thinking about this the wrong way. Okay. Let's do it.
All right.
All right. Let's start.
Tapped Indigo on the shoulder. All right, come up with the plans now.
I would
Science.
say I'm going to make a long-term project
I was
that
about
is
to
probably
say,
not
yeah.
that long-term. This is going to be 12 ticks.
I will happily
Migrate
contribute.
factory equipment to HQ.
Much
I
nicer
will
plan.
happily contribute to
Yeah.
that timer.
Yes.
Same.
But I think as we are just hitting normal time, that is a great place for us to leave off for today's episode. Right on cue
A W.
again. Good job, fam. Thank you everyone for watching and bearing with the OBS crash. We really appreciate you. We will be back next Tuesday. But in the meantime, discord.gg/magirpg is the place for you to find us. And if you want to catch up on this show, youtube.com/magirpg is the place where you can watch this show, as well as Ashes of the Lost, which is our Warhammer Wrath and Glory campaign that returns not this Friday, but next Friday after we have
Next
some
Friday.
cast finished traveling.
Yeah.
And that one is a lot of fun. But until next time, we really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for the follows and the subs and all of the support. Having this game warm your hearts and may your appreciation is what makes us keep streaming these games. So thank you for being here. It's really appreciated. In the end, that's what matters. So yeah, we will see you
Yay.
all again next week. See you then.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good
Bye,
night.
everyone.
Good
Bye,
night.
friendo.
Bye.